All right, can everybody hear me? Yes, terrific. My name is Jennifer King. My co-teacher Brenda Ons is going to be in just a second. She's on the phone directing a couple of folks to the class. Before we get started, I would love to hear if any of you guys have been couponers in the past, or if we have everybody is brand new today. Who here is brand new, has basically never clipped a coupon before? Okay, about a third to half of the class. And who is coming back after a long couponing break and is like, stuff has changed? One person, okay, and then everybody else is kind of in the middle. Maybe you've done a little bit of couponing at HEB, gone to Walmart a couple of times with coupons from the paper. Awesome. We really went out of our way to make sure that this class was built to kind of appeal to everybody wherever you are. Our focus is going to be on HEB and the big chunk of the class, because we figured, you know, San Antonio, HEB here everything is better. We know that's where you guys are spending a lot of your time and a lot of your grocery money. So that's definitely something that we want to highlight. If you guys have questions about other stores, like I know a lot of people in San Antonio love couponing at Dollar General. I feel like that's kind of expert level couponing, but if you can go to Brenda's website, savingourway.com, and she has a ton of information and more importantly, videos on how to coupon at Dollar General. Now, does anybody here like to coupon at the drugstores, at CVS, or at Walgreens? Yes, maybe, yes, okay. I'm a big drugstore couponing person. I love couponing at both of those stores. So my website, jennifersaves.com, every week I'm like, okay, I found this awesome thing at CVS, I found this awesome thing at Walgreens, step by step, here's the instructions of what you need to be able to get, you know, your free toothpaste or your really cheap toilet paper or what have you. So we have those resources for stores that are not HEB on the websites. Now, is anybody here already in one of Brenda's groups on Facebook, like the savingourway.com group or the HEB coupons group? Wow, just a couple of people. Okay, well, she's definitely going to want to make sure she gets everybody into those groups today. If y'all are on Facebook, she's going to make you guys sign in. It's a very great resource because it's not just her posting deals. The Saving Our Way group actually has 50,000 members, and they're all like, I found this clearance. You go to this exact store, you go to this shelf, and you'll find it, right? So they do a lot of the legwork and a lot of the math for you, and I think that is such a great resource when you're a brand new couponer and you're kind of shaking in your boots of what do I do? How does this work? Can somebody hold my hand, right? Brenda won't be able to be there to physically hold your hand in stores, but we have these resources of people on social media who can like cheer you on and lift you up while you're practicing the skill set. Because I know that that's usually the reason when we talk to people in class about, hey, we're happy you're here, but you know, we hear from people all the time, I've wanted to coupon for years, I'm here today. And when we find out why they waited so long, it's typically, I was anxious about couponing. It seems scary to me. And it's because it's a skill set that you're learning to do in public, and you're learning to do primarily on your own, right? So we're really trying to take some of that fear and that anxiety away from you and translate it into adrenaline. And that's why Brenda is such a perfect person to be teaching, because Brenda is all about energy and excitement and adrenaline, aren't you?
Yes, I'm always so excited.
All right, so, like I said, my name is Jennifer King. This is Miss Brenda Ons. You might have seen her on TV just a couple of days ago. Was it Fox 29, Brenda, that you were on talking about school supplies?
Yep, and Channel 4, yes.
Channel 4. Nice. And then we also have a radio show that's getting ready to come back off a hiatus. Do you want to tell them about that real quick?
Yes, Jennifer King and I, we have a money-saving radio show. So if you guys want to like the page, Gen X, you can also see us there. So if you're in the car and you missed it, it's you can always get to that Facebook page where we do it live. Now, was it Tuesday? So it's every Thursday. Sorry, I have two shows. So it's every Thursday from 1 to 2 o'clock. So we do our best to help the community really in every way that we can to put these money-saving tips out there.
Mm-hmm. Now, one of the reasons that I love teaching with Brenda is that we're practically opposites in every way that counts. Brenda is an extrovert and extremely enthusiastic and excited. I am an introvert, and I'm going to have to go lay down after class today, right? This is not my scene.
And I'm going to go shopping. I'm
exactly.
Like, you're going to bed, I'm going shopping. There's a lot of deals out there.
Brenda coupons for a large family, as you can see in some of her photos, because she coupons for a family of 10. Does anybody here have a large family that they're couponing for? A couple of y'all? Okay, so if you know you need to go really big, Brenda is your lady to follow.
That's right.
Because she's like, how can I fill this wall
That's
with
right.
product? Right?
Well, and you know what? I coupon for my mom and my dad. I mean, why should they pay full price when I'm the expert? So at first you're gonna start couponing why for you and for your family, but before you know it, it trickles down, you know, cousins, even neighbors, you know, your mom and dad. So it's a wonderful skill to know. And then it's a skill that, you know, you will learn, and then you can also help others. So that's kind of the mission.
Right, and Brenda, before we get off the screen, show them that receipt that's over there, right by your hand, where it says that you saved $246?
Yes, that's $246. Right.
So she didn't spend that, she saved that. And again, when you're couponing on that scale, that is possible.
That's right. And then, yeah, I don't need toilet paper and paper towels for what, 10 years?
Probably.
So there's so many deals out there, guys. We're going to go ahead and, of course, go over, you know, the tricks and tips of this, but it's a thing. So I don't have to get out there for toilet paper and paper towels for years. And, of course, that includes for my whole family of 10.
Right. And like I said before, you can go to her website, savingourway.com, where she breaks down a lot of the deals that are week in and week out. We're going to cover active deals that are in the stores right now for us, but we don't want you to just get through 1 week of couponing and be like, oh, those are all the deals I have. You have to go to savingourway.com to get them consistently. All right, let me click through to the next slide. I just like bragging on Brenda. So here's Brenda with some of the journalists that she's talked to over the last couple of years from Fox 29 and from News 4 San Antonio and KABB. So
That's
TV
right.
coupon queen.
So you know what? They really have seen the value really during the pandemic, right? I had been trying to get on the news for years. Well, it took the pandemic, I'll take it, you know, to get the world of couponing out there. So we're working, you know, with Express News. We were in the Conexión, the Reporter, the Herald for the last 3 years. I mean, I wish, the last 3 months. They're just kind of helping us. So I'm so glad. I'm not sure where you guys saw us, but it must have been from, you know, one of those networks, and I'm just excited that they're finally working with us to help us get the word out there and get you guys in here. Because you really shouldn't be paying full price. You don't have to. The mission is paying with more coupons and less cash.
Right. And like I said, Brenda shops for a big family. I shop for a family of 2+ pets. So where she goes big, I go small, but the techniques are still the same. And I think that's really important for us to make sure that everybody understands, because we talk to people in classes all the time that say, well, it's just me at home, so why should I stockpile? And I'm in that similar situation where I originally was like, well, I only need 1 bottle of shampoo at a time, right? But then as I started couponing, I realized it's often cheaper to buy 3 bottles of shampoo at a time than it is just 1. So, okay, why am I spending more money to buy it just when I need it? Why do I, well, instead, I should be buying it at the lowest possible price, and then it's out of the way, it's done, I've got it, and I'm good to go. And I don't have a huge house either. I stockpile like my linen closet and a couple shelves in my pantry.
Right.
So I don't have the walls, unfortunately, of
So
the product that
definitely
Brenda
we
has.
do not want you guys to get scared, whether or not you're couponing for 1 person or 10 people. The mission again is just for you to pay with more coupons and less cash so that you can be that savvy shopper, learning how to maximize your money to do what? So much more.
Right. And like I said, my website, jennifersaves.com, highlights CVS and Walgreens deals primarily, also HEB deals each week. Okay, so here's some housekeeping guidelines. The workshop is going to last about 90 minutes. We cover a lot of ground in this workshop. We added a bunch of new information for this class today that we did not have in months past. So I'm a little worried about that 90 minutes. We're going to leave questions until the end so we make sure we get you guys all of that information. Everybody's got their phone on them, or most of you probably have your phone, so feel free to take screenshots. I find that that is the most useful thing for new couponers, to be able to look back at their phone and go, what did Brenda say? Oh yeah, I've got that photo. And we're going to have a couple of moments where I'm going to like just stop the slideshow and be like, everybody get your phones out, I want you to take a picture of this. And then like I said, our websites are savingourway.com and jennifersaves.com. The deal breakdowns are completely free. There's no like subscription costs or membership costs. You literally can just go and either type it into your browser and follow us manually, or what we recommend is just sign up for a free email subscription and we'll send you the deals directly to your email inbox. Okay, again, I just like bragging on Brenda. So here's a photo of Brenda with a paper towel and toilet paper haul that she did last fall. And it's literally almost as tall as she is in the grocery cart, right?
That's when I score. When it's taller than I am, I said, oh my God, I'm so good at this.
So this is a great motivation informational. You know how if they say print out a photo of somebody thin and put it on your fridge? This is what I have in my pantry. So who else would like to start bringing home these kinds of hauls? Show of hands. Yeah.
And this was just recently at CVS, and it was all free. It was 150 packages.
Okay, so this is our game that we love to play, and this is called our version basically of The Price is Right? So here is just a small selection from Brenda's stockpile, and this is Brenda's kitchen table or dining room table?
Dining room, yeah.
And Brenda, so I see a bunch of odds and ends here, right, that you bought. This looks like a lot of stuff from HEB. What's on the table
So
for
I want
everybody?
to point out, so we have bread, and I'm going to do a little cheat sheet, because these are $5 each, so that's
she's
crazy.
giving you tips, so listen.
Yeah, so remember this, guys. Okay, and then there's spaghetti, there's some vegetables, there is breast of chicken, there's white rice, there's lettuce, there's organic pizza.
I see Tide, very important.
Yeah, there is Tide. Let's see, what is this?
Maybe vitamins there in the middle next to the
No.
red gold? Or candles?
Oh, red gold right here?
Yeah.
Let me see. So I see can of beans. I like beans. And then, yeah, that's the red gold tomatoes, and then that's the Alfredo sauce, your Febreze, and then all kinds of things from Revlon for you to do your nails. There's toilet paper, there's body wash, there's
Colgate.
Yeah, Colgate. There's, let's see, the Nivea lipstick or lip gloss, lip balm. Let me see. There's, what did we say? Toilet paper. There's the sanitary pads,
Right.
There's the gallon bags, there's several, there's the Poise, which is my favorite. Okay, this is Olay, it is like the mask, very expensive,
that
by
right
the way,
there is
very
probably
expensive.
$20, guys.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then there's hand sanitizer, and I just kind of want to tell you, because this is kind of a guessing game, guys.
So our guessing game, and I'm going to flip back to the previous screen and come back so it resets.
Remember, there's chicken in there.
There's
so
chicken
that's,
in there.
that's,
So if you paid full price, right, you're brand new, you don't have any coupons yet, you're paying for all of this, and all you have is your debit card. What do you think it's going to cost you out of pocket? Anybody any guesses? 250? 220? What else? Any other guesses? 260? Okay. 500. Okay, so a lot, right? Short answer, a lot, way too much. Now, what do you think Brenda actually paid after using her coupons and matching them back to sales?
Nothing.
No, people always say that. I was waiting.
oh my, we
Somebody
should
was gonna
have
say
told them.
that.
I did pay.
Right. But some of the items in here,
I got
can
a
tell
really good deal.
were free. Some of the items, chicken is always going to cost you a little something, right? So what do you think?
So raise your hand, because I
sales?
want some guesses, because I worked hard for this. So what do you think? Okay, right over there to the right.
$35.
Okay,
$35.
the middle?
24.
24, nice, okay.
50.
50, okay, you don't believe in me. Okay.
$30.
$30? Okay. Anybody else? Yes.
Like
But really?
Again,
You're
there's
willing to
chicken
pay
in
way
there.
too much, girl.
All right, so
No, I
I'm going to
paid
click
a little
through
bit.
and show you guys. It is clicking through. There we go. Before coupons, $300. After
And of course,
coupons-
right, you could see that.
Yeah.
Buying everything that I bought, and then buying organic, and then the better bread, right? We're gonna have
Right.
to pay some bucks.
After coupons, 63.
Now,
So-
I did this because I went to 3 different stores because I was very picky on the type of foods that were on my list. So this wasn't all in one haul. And that's where people kind of get confused. They're gonna go to the store and they're just putting everything down and they're like, okay, this is $300, I wanna pay 20 bucks. Like, it really doesn't work that way. We're following the deal, we're following the coupon, and we're following the store. But that is pretty good, but that's my norm. Like,
Yeah.
this is what I've been doing for 13 years,
Right.
is pay, $300 and always, anywhere from, $20, $30, $40, $50. So
Right.
this is an amazing deal.
Well, that's about 75 to 80% off right
Right.
there, because half of that would have been 150, which frankly would have been good for all of that. But you took that down even further.
Right.
Okay. All right. So usually when people see that terrific deal that Brenda did and hear that this is her norm day in and day out, they want to know what her big secret is, right? Like, she must have figured something out that the stores don't want us to know. What is the trick? What is the secret? And the honest truth is that there's no real secret. All couponers need the same 3 things to succeed. And it doesn't matter if you're like Brenda and you've been couponing for 13 years, or if you're brand new and just starting out, you're going to still use those same 3 things. And those 3 things are coupons, right? Because it's super difficult to coupon unless you have access to coupons. You need to know your store coupon policies, because what HEB allows us to do is different than what Walmart does. Sometimes Walmart does things that HEB won't. In many cases, HEB does things that Walmart won't, right? So you have to really tie it specifically back to the store that you're shopping, just like Brenda said. And then finally, you need access to those current deals. What is on sale right now? What coupons are available right now? How can I pair them to get the biggest savings for my family? Now, what we see new couponers do often is try to do this backwards. They'll start, oh, I see a deal, I really need diapers, right? And I saw a deal on TikTok, or I saw a deal on Facebook. And they go and try to kind of copy that exact deal. They'll try and track down the coupons, they'll go to the store, and it takes them several days to get everything together, right? And then what happens, typically, is that the product is gone, the store is already out of it, the sale has ended, right? Because they took 4 or 5 days and they weren't set up to go. And then we'll see people in class afterwards and they're super frustrated because they're like, everybody is clearing the shelves, and we have this like giant coupon ring in my neighborhood, and what if? And the truth of the matter is they're starting at the bottom.
Well, and what a disappointment, because you're so excited. You just came to our class and you're like, oh my gosh, here we go. So take a picture of this. Honestly, feel free, because there really is a certain way to do it. That's going to help you be successful.
Yeah, so you have to start at the top, which is getting access to coupons consistently and ideally at the foot of your door.
That's right.
So let's start talking about those coupons when we go to the next
we'll
slide.
talk about coupons first. That's the most important thing, because without coupons, there are no savings. Just remember that.
Yep. So here in San Antonio, we have access to coupons that come out in the San Antonio Express News each and every Sunday, unless it's a holiday. So the week around 4th of July, the week around Thanksgiving, the week around Christmas, we will not have inserts that week. They know we're busy, right? But the Express News will give us more inserts the week before and the week after a holiday to balance it out. So we're never missing anything. They just kind of jiggle it around on the schedule. In San Antonio, we have 2 inserts that we get consistently. We have the Smart Source insert, which you see the photo over here on the left, and then that comes out almost every single Sunday in the San Antonio Express News. Once a month, we have the higher end Procter & Gamble, which I call like the fancy coupon insert, and that typically comes the final Sunday of the month. So we're going to be seeing the P&G in next Sunday's paper. So when you see people doing deals on social media, or you go to our websites and you see us doing a deal breakdown, you'll see us say, oh, I used the $3 off 2 coupon from the 710 SS. And that means it was a coupon that came from the July 10th Smart Source coupon insert, right? So that way you're not constantly trying to sort through your coupon collection to find it. You know which insert to go and look at. The other thing that we wanted to highlight for people is that if you've seen people, say you follow people from other cities on social media, sometimes you'll see them using coupons that we don't have access to in San Antonio. Coupons have become extremely regional over the last several years, to the point that we might get a high value coupon here in San Antonio, but down the road in Houston, those folks don't have it, or vice versa. So don't fall into that trap of feeling frustrated or jealous because you're seeing somebody in a completely different city scoring a deal that you can't get. They literally have access to different coupons than we have here in San Antonio. I personally feel like San Antonio is well positioned because we do have access to the Procter & Gamble insert, and that is becoming increasingly harder to find across the country. For example, Houston and Austin don't have that insert at all. So they don't have access to the Pantene coupons, the Crest coupons, the Pampers coupons that come consistently in the P&G. I was just walking them through the P&G inserts, which I know you love.
I love, but let me show them too.
Okay.
I have this right here, because typically this is something very
Oh yeah, that's a good example. So this is an example of a coupon deal that comes from the P&G. So again, that Procter & Gamble insert comes out once a month, and we almost always see this coupon. It's a buy one Febreze, get a second one for free. So when that coupon comes out, that is literally the only time I ever buy air freshener, because I know I can getting it basically 50% off.
Hello. Okay. So P&G is definitely, you know, where you guys are gonna save, and I mean save big. You never know when you're gonna get like a buy one, get one. So like she was saying, we get our Smart Source every single week in our Express News, and then once a month you get the P&G. And with the P&G, typically it's good, the coupons are good something like 2 weeks to 3 weeks.
Right.
So you guys definitely have time to get out there.
Right.
But see this, you think it's just coupons, right? This is your currency that you're gonna pay at the store. This is your coupon money is what I call it. So without coupons, again, I don't, you know, you're still paying full price. There's no way to save unless we're throwing down coupons. So in our coupon class, we always start with the coupons. We show you what type of coupons are in here so that you can see the value. Because again, without getting your coupons, guys, you're doing what? You're still paying full price.
Right. So here's a list of some of the common coupons that we get here in the San Antonio market. And I'm not saying we have access to these every week, but they roll around about every month to 6 weeks so that you can get yourself in a pattern of, I'm gonna buy what I need for the next month and a half, and by the time I run out, the coupon will be back around again, right? The goal is that you're not paying full price ever. So you don't wanna get a one good deal and then walk away and then the next 3 years you pay full price. You wanna get a good deal enough to last you till the coupon comes back, and then you do it again. So here's what we can typically look forward to. This is obviously just a small selection. And you notice that they're all fairly high value coupons. We still do see some 50 cents off, some 75 cents off too, but typically in the Express News we have multi-dollar savings. So Pantene usually comes out in the P&G once a month. It's for $5 off of 3. The Tide and Gains come less frequently, but they are high value when they do show up. That Revlon coupon for $5 off seems to come around in the summer once a month. So for some reason, the summer is when you can buy all of your makeup super cheap. Almay, Crest, Colgate, usually $2 a piece. This Bic razor coupon should be showing up in the next couple of weeks for $3 off. That is typically either just free razors or less than 50 cents a pack. And then on the right side, you see Gillette, Lucerna. We have a Lucerna deal I'm going to show you guys in a couple of minutes. That buy one, get one Febreze deal that Brenda just showed us. Tina, Kotex, Tampax, Head and Shoulders.
Right. So these are amazing coupons, and these are coupons that we can depend on every single month.
Right.
So if any of these brands are brands that you like, then definitely it's time to get your inserts, and it's just time to start shopping.
Right, and I would even say it's not just about the brands that you like, but if it's a category you purchase,
Right.
it might be a time to
You're right about
consider
that.
trying something when it's that cheap. You know, the Kotex deal often brings it down to only 22 cents a pack.
Right.
Well, at that point, I'm gonna get a couple packs and see if I like it, right? And if I don't, what am I at, 22 cents? But if I did like it, now I can shift away from that item I was brand loyal to and save myself more money consistently.
That's what I was going to say. We're
Yeah.
loyal to the coupon and not the brand so much.
Right. I also have been couponing for about the same length of time as Brenda, and literally, guys, the only label we are brand loyal to in my house anymore is Tidy Cat cat litter, because the cats don't care about couponing. They're like, we want our cat litter, and it's only this brand, and this is the only one we'll use. But everything else for me, I'm like, I have found.
But you can afford to do that. You're
Yeah.
saving so much
Right.
that you can afford to,
Right, but
to buy
laundry
that.
detergent, I'll mix it up. I used to be a Tide lady through and through. I only ever wanted Tide. But when I started couponing, I realized, okay, there truly are 3 or 4 competitors that will also work for me that can be anywhere from 50 to 75% cheaper.
That's right. Let me break real quick. If you look to the back, I want to show you where the restrooms are. See that hallway? If anyone needs to go, you just go straight down the hallway till you see the restroom to the right.
Perfect. All right. One of the things that I really struggled with when I was a brand new couponer was getting access to my coupons week in and week out. So let me tell you what used to happen to me. I'm ratting on myself a little bit because I had this kind of misconception in my head about how things worked. So when I was brand new, when I first started out, I would go to the gas station or I would go to HEB on Sundays and I would buy my paper, right? And when you buy your paper at retail, at the gas station or a store, you're paying $5 per paper. And I would get a couple of papers and I would come home. And then I'd be super frustrated because sometimes the coupons were not actually in the paper, and then I just bought a paper I had no intention of reading. Has that happened to anybody before? No? Okay. Well, what happens is that the coupons are not guaranteed to go to the paper at retail. What the San Antonio Express News does is that they save all of their coupon inserts for subscribers first. And then if they have anything left over after they had set aside the papers to get delivered to people's doors, then they'll go to HEB or they'll go to the gas station or they'll give them to the guy on the corner that's selling them at the crosswalk. So if you've ever bought papers and then realized they didn't have coupons, it's not that you have like a coupon theft ring in your neighborhood, which is what I thought initially. They just literally didn't receive them at that store. So that saved a lot of stress and frustration for me when I realized that I just needed to sign up for a newspaper subscription.
I was like, I want 3 homes to go out of, because I know the value of these coupons.
Right.
So that is honestly something that you can do. Like I said, I'm couponing for 10 people. So I have, the papers going to my mom's, because I'm, couponing for hers. I have one going to the neighbors, one for mine. Again, I totally see the value, especially at this time of just high prices. So depending, if you need to go out of another home, feel free.
Right. So walk them through the discount newspaper subscription that you worked out with the Express News. Because again, paying $5 per paper at the gas station, that got really expensive really quickly.
Right, totally. Okay, so like I was saying, working with Express News wasn't the easiest thing at the beginning, because for one paper at the store, we were paying $5, for one paper to get the coupon that was in it. So working with them, they gave us a special promotion for our classes that you can get here today, getting 5 papers at the foot of your door every Sunday. So it's a total of 4 weeks a month, 20 papers a month for only $20 a month. So for the price of that one paper at the store today, right now, we're getting 5. And we were fighting for the 5 because, as we go through the motion here of our slideshow, we are trying to get the best deal that we can at least 5 times. We don't want it just once. So I had to explain that to them, like, hey guys, we don't just want one paper. We want a deal, but we want to stock up on it. So that's the time. Being able to get this promotion, now is the time to definitely, sign up with them. Again, our mission is to pay with more coupons, right, at the register and less cash. So I'm just really, excited that Express News also saw our mission to the point that they jumped on board and started helping us to promote the classes.
Right.
So again, at the store right now, $5. Going through our special promotion so that we can stock up at the lowest price so that next month we have enough, the next month after that we still have enough. We're not paying full price next month because we already bought it 5 times.
Right. And that's a scale that works for both of us. Again, even though I only coupon for just 2 people at home plus pets,
Right.
I still get my 5 because, again, I want to be able to get stuff free and stockpile until that deal comes around again. So, for example, right now we can get free toothpaste at Walgreens after coupons. And why not get it free and get enough to last rather than get 1 box free and then the next time pay $3, right? So even though we have a small family, I still get the 5, so I can get 5 boxes of Crest toothpaste for free, and now I'm stocked up for a while.
So remember the buy one, get one, right?
Mhm.
We have 5 papers. So
Yeah.
how many are you gonna get?
That's 10.
That's 10.
And that works for my
And
cats.
5 of them were what? Free.
Yeah,
5 of them were free.
5 of them were free.
So before you know it, that $20, you're gonna get it back the very first time. We're gonna show you
Yeah.
when you go to the store. So definitely we spend our money all over the place. And so many things that we buy, we don't get a return on it. Spending $20 a month, what are you gonna get? You saw my stockpile, right? It's
Yeah.
a thing, you know what I mean? So you're getting back 200, 300, 400, even 500 a month. If you apply yourself, get to the store, be true to the coupon. You're definitely getting your money back like a billion times over.
Right.
So like I said, buy one, get one. It's all over Express News.
Right.
Once a month, I'm telling you.
So
And
how-
all of these coupons come in.
So how this works, it is a delivery process, right? They deliver the newspapers to your door. So you do have to live in the San Antonio metro area or in a 45-minute
surrounding cities, yeah.
radius. They're not gonna mail it to you if you drove in from the coast or anything
Is
like that.
anyone any further than that, 45 minutes out of San Antonio?
Yay, everybody's
And
welcome.
then it's supposed to come in Christine, Texas.
Christine, Texas? Okay, so you drove like an hour to get here?
Yes.
We'll have to get her zip code and check.
Yeah, because I
She
think,
might be on the border.
yeah, you might be on the border, or at least you got to meet us, hey girl.
All right, so you must live in the San Antonio metro area so that you can get the delivery. They do set it up as an auto debit on your credit card or on your debit
It's
card,
real
so the
convenient.
payment will be auto debited and you don't have to worry about writing a check. Newspaper deliveries usually begin in 2 weeks after you sign up. Fingers crossed that they do it a little faster, but we can't
Yeah.
ever guarantee it. This is an important piece that I have a little trick I use with this. You can call 210-250-2000 with any
Take a picture of
questions
that.
or to report wet or damaged papers. This has happened a couple of times over the last year because the weather's gotten so weird, so I've woken up to a downpour and the papers are wet. I can call before 9 a.m. and if my person who delivers the papers is still in the neighborhood, they'll just bring me back another set. So that's happened maybe once a year or so.
Mhm.
What I usually use this for, that is my tip, is that I will call and suspend my delivery if I know the next week there won't be coupons. So say Thanksgiving is coming up, remember I told you for a holiday weekend, no coupons that Sunday? I'll be like, hey, I'm going on vacation, can you suspend the delivery? And they're like, sure, no problem, just call us and let us know when you're back in town. And I'm always magically back in town when the coupons come back. Because I don't want to pay necessarily for that week that I'm not getting coupons. So what they'll do is they'll just tack it on to the end of my 6-month subscription. That being said, discount pricing is good for 6 months. They've let it go a little bit longer recently, I've noticed.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because right now with the prices going up and
Yeah.
stuff like that, it's probably gonna, if you don't cancel, it'll probably go up to maybe even a year.
Okay.
So they're being like really
Generous.
really generous
Yeah.
with us.
But they can, and they do have the option to raise the price at the end of your 6-month subscription.
So you may
If that
not want to take a
happens,
chance.
you can just cancel it, and then 30 days after, this is another tip, you can get in touch with Miss Brenda, and suddenly you're a new subscriber again. I just did that recently.
So if you guys need to talk to me, I'll say it again at the end because it's kind of dark, but I'll go ahead and give you guys my phone number, or you guys can just friend me and you can message me, especially on Facebook. Does
Right.
everybody have Facebook here?
Yes, sounded like most.
All right,
Sound like
sounds
most of them, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do the math real quick. So in town, the cost of the paper is $5 each, but you told me recently that outside of town, because you're on the
Right.
south side, just out of
Right.
the city limits, it's $6 for you,
Right,
right?
it's $6
So if
for
you bought,
one paper.
yeah,
That's
I know,
just
it's crazy,
crazy.
but, well, then let's do the math. So if you bought 5 papers at retail and spent $6, that would be an investment of $120 a month. Please, 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 don't do that. You're gonna
So if they
be
were getting
putting
5
yourself-
papers a week, it's
$120
$120 a month.
So stressful to try and get your money back out.
I don't know how we
point.
can go to the store and coupon because
Yeah.
we gotta pay $120.
That's
That's not a lot of money left.
Right. So instead, if you sign up for those papers through the newspaper discount subscription, it's $20 a month. That is very easy to make
We
back.
fought for you guys,
In
just saying.
fact, I have a deal that I'll show you super quickly. Yeah.
I was like, you give us a discount, and they were like, why should we give you a discount? And I said, because Jennifer King and I, we come in the thousands, we have a lot of followers, and they were like, they looked into it and they said, hey, give her the deal, $20, give her the deal. I was
So,
like, yes.
If, no shame, money is tight right now, and you're like, $20 is a good price, but I don't have $20. Here's a way to consider snagging it. So this is a deal that's available at HEB right now. Please feel free to take a
Yeah, definitely
screenshot.
take a picture because these are ongoing deals that everybody can
This,
get right
and this
now.
just uses the HEB mobile app, so you can use this to save your $20. So Bush's Best Sidekicks, so it's the Bush's Best line that has the green label on them. They're normally $1.42 per can, but there's a $4 off 4 coupon in the HEB mobile app right now. So you buy 4 cans for a pre-coupon price of $5.68. When you get to the register, you enter in your app information, and you use your $4 coupon. So instead of paying $5.68, you pay $1.68 for all 4 cans of beans, or just 42 cents each. So if you do that deal 5 times, because this coupon's in your app, it says unlimited use. That means you can buy as many cans of beans as you want. Now, if you want 500 cans of beans, please talk to your store manager. I'm serious, they will do a special order for you if you want 500 cans of beans. But probably most of you don't, right? So, but if you did this deal 5 times and you just say, hey, we have 20 cans of beans now, we are square, for like several months, that is a savings of $20 right there. Boom, now you've got your first month of your newspaper subscription already saved and ready to go. I am personally going to do this. I'm not a huge bean person at home, but this is a way for me to support my local little free pantry. So I'm going to go get this deal a couple of times and put it in our neighborhood free pantry location. Did everybody get their screenshot before I move on? Yes? Okay. So usually at this point, somebody's trying to raise their hand. They say, hey, I actually already have a subscription to the Express News. What do I do? Two ways to go about it. If you already subscribe to the newspaper but you want to get to your total 5, you can do one of two things. You can cancel the current subscription and then in 30 days sign up for all 5, because like Brenda said, she's going to give you her telephone number. I always try to talk her out of it. She always insists. So you can sign up with her then and get your 5.
If the lights were on, I would give it to them right now. They can't.
So you can get your 5 papers at that discount price. What I did when I first signed up was I signed up for 4 and I just paid my original subscription and what I was currently paying, and the 4 were at that discount dollar price. So whichever way you want to work it, both are fine. And again, I want to talk to people who are it's just you at home or just you and your child or just you and a spouse. Big stockpiles benefit small families as well as large families too, but they're not built on one single coupon at a time. If I got one of my P&G inserts and just had one, I would get my 2 things of Febreze, and I would get my 1 box of Crest toothpaste, and I would get a couple of bags of my Always feminine supplies, right? And then I would be back to where I started. It's by having the 5 inserts where I'm really able to build up enough of a supply for my family that we're saving and we're paying the best possible price at when the time it works for me. Not, oh my gosh, I'm running out and so I'm kind of at the whim of the grocery store, oh, they raised the price 50 cents again, right? That's happening a lot right now. And so it's a huge, genuine emotional comfort for me to look at my stockpile, even though it's not the size of Brenda's, and say, I don't have to pay that crazy inflated price because I bought it with a coupon and a sale and I'm good. And I know that that doesn't necessarily click to people when they start couponing, but the emotional capacity that it brings you to go, hey, life got weird, right? Like I'm injured, I can't work, somebody's sick in my family, I'm taking care of them, I can't work. All of that's happened to you and I in the last few years while we've been teaching classes.
Yeah.
And it's okay because we've got the food and we've got the paper products and we've got the health and beauty things that our family needs. And so we have that kind of emotional energy to pivot and focus on what's actually happening in our life and not going, okay, after the hospital, I still have to go to the grocery store.
Right.
It's amazing what that lifts off of your shoulders when you don't have to do that.
So in my family, my husband was working at the oil field and it closed down. So it was during Christmas too. So we were so sad because he was going to miss Christmas, and then, he came in and I was so excited to see him, and then I said, wait, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
And he was like, I got the pink slip, so he thought it was just going to ruin the Christmas, but I was like, have you seen our stockpile, honey? We're going to be okay. So emergencies do happen, right? Look at the pandemic. Who would have ever thought? I mean, there wasn't any toilet paper there for a while, right? But if you were in the couponing world, we teach to stock up, so we didn't freak out as bad because it was there. But whether or not be the pandemic, or there's always something, isn't there, in our lives that happened that you're like, oh my God, the budget just shrunk a little bit?
Yeah.
Especially now, I guess, because inflation prices are there. So I'm so glad that couponing is there for us. It's there for all of us. So if you have a lot of money, keep it in the bank, pay with more coupons. If you don't have a lot of money, you're still going to feed your family. You're still going to be able to do so much with your money, because what are we doing? We're paying with more coupons and less cash.
Right. All right, so typically at this point, again, you guys might have figured this out when I was talking about the coupon ring of thieves that didn't really exist. I kind of have a suspicious nature, and so I'm always like, well, that sounds great, but how much are people really saving? So I wanted to just show some receipts so that you could see. Receipts don't lie. Receipts show the truth of what is actually available to us and capable of us doing for our families with coupons. So here are some of Brenda's receipts here in the middle. This was school supplies that she was buying, and you can see that she paid 89 cents out of pocket on this top one, and saved $172.43. I like that you just looked at it like, what did I do? $172.
I do this all the time, so I was like, where is it? Which
Yeah.
receipt?
The one on the bottom, she spent 85 cents out of pocket, you bought 66 items, and you saved $150.76.
Right.
So again, you have coupons, you match them with the sales, that's what you can do. I have a small family, I'm never going to buy that much at any given time, right? So mine are gonna look more like what's on the left and on the right, where I'm saving $23 or $25, sometimes $40 or $50. But I shop twice a week, so even if I'm just saving $25 per receipt, that's $50 a week, that's $200 a month, that's $2,400 a year. Now we're talking some genuine, serious cash. Just
Okay,
kinda
are
where
you
we
happy?
away at,
Like, I know
right?
that you guys, this is your future, so
Yeah.
you guys should be, who has pom-poms? Get them out. Just get them out. This is really exciting stuff.
All right, so here's some deals that we want, because again, I told you at the beginning of class, we're going to be focusing on HEB. So we wanted to start off with deals that are available at HEB kind of routinely, so you can get a sense of what's available to actually grab while you're in the store and on the shelves, right?
Right.
I've literally seen Brenda chase down complete strangers because she has seen them put things in their cart and walk right past the
I
counter.
can't do it. I said, hey, you want free money? So they're like, oh my God, green cash? And I was like, what's yellow? But yeah, it's green cash. The coupons, that is the money.
Right, so here are some deals that we see consistently pop up a few times a year at
Mhm.
HEB, just so you can start thinking about really paying attention when you're in the store, what's available to you on the shelf. So Herdez salsa, buy one, get one free. We see that coming around quarterly. Diced fruit from Nature's Eats, buy one, get one free. Again, that comes around quarterly. Red
Well,
Bull
and you know what?
tomatoes.
The pineapple diced, it's only $1.18.
Right.
So you're getting a buy one, get one for that price. It really does make it amazing. And at that time, I mean, I'm gonna grab at least 6 of those deals because these aren't gonna go bad anytime soon.
Right.
So that's when you start thinking like buying in bulk.
Right.
Because it makes a lot of sense. Just like Sam's, you go to Sam's, you buy in bulk. Well, we go to HEB, we buy in bulk, except we're paying way less than Sam's.
Right, and we don't have to pay for the Sam's membership either.
That's
I
right.
like this Alfredo deal, and I noticed this on your Prices Right photo earlier,
Yeah.
those were in there, right? So it's
And that's
buy
why I
one
grabbed them.
jar, get the second one free, so now that's almost just $1 per
And
jar.
we see that a lot coming up at HEB. As you purchase and as you go down from one aisle to another, you're gonna start knowing when the coupon comes around again. You know what I mean? The more you shop, the more you pay attention, the more you'll know when to go shop.
Yeah, but typically these types of deals do come around about once a quarter, so we have access to them 4 times a year. The buy one Red Bull tomatoes, get the second one free is definitely around quarterly.
Mhm.
And so I literally just buy those canned tomatoes 4 times a year, because I buy enough to last me till it rolls around.
Where I'm gonna go, right, and I'm just gonna go buy a year's supply, because sometimes, instead of going back and forth, when it's that cheap, I'm gonna go get 40 cans, and then I'm done for the year.
Yeah.
So I really do pay attention to the coupon, and I might buy a little bit less of what is on my list, because what I'm gonna do is whatever is the cheapest that I know, like those cans of tomato that I use on so many recipes, that is the time that I'm gonna stock up.
Right. Another great resource at HEB is, of course, the Combo Locos, the HEB meal deals. Now, Brenda does a great job of making sure in her social media, so if you follow her on Facebook or go to savingourway.com, she will always highlight these. It's when you buy an item or maybe 2 items and then you get a whole slew of stuff for free. So this deal, for example, comes around for Easter and for Thanksgiving, a variation of it for Thanksgiving, and then again in December, where you buy the meat, right? For Thanksgiving it's turkey, for Easter and Christmas it's ham, and then you get all the side items for free. Now, depending on how much freezer space you have, you could actually do this deal several times, and now your meat is kind of done for that quarter until it rolls around again in the next big holiday.
Now, I was finding these at like $15.99 to like $35, just kind of depending. But look at all that you got for free. So that was crazy. So of course, I'm gonna buy like 6 of these because again, that's good for a year. Always think, you know, sometimes you really could afford to buy for the year. But look at, I was stocking up on all of that, and that was crazy, right? Because this gave you, you know, your vegetables, it gave you your crackers, it gave you your dessert. What was this, Jen?
What is that? Looks like maybe pecans?
Oh, yes, it would
Yeah.
be. So that was pecans. These were your potatoes that you can freeze. And then, this is good all year long, which is the marinade.
Yeah.
So they were giving a ton. And then with the ham, that's like ham sandwiches. That is, your egg and ham.
Soup.
Soup. There's so many things that you can do. So it's just your way of thinking. A lot of you might say, well, God, I don't know about that. Maybe I'll buy it once. But you really have to think. With ham, you can do how much? You could do so much more. Now I'm not going to get any sandwich meat for a couple of months. We do love ham sandwiches in the house all the time. But the kids love when I buy this, when I make this, because this is just better tasting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the kids are just always excited. This came with ice cream, so the little one was like, all the ice cream, mine. Mine. It was absolutely free. It's mine. Yes.
And I love your tip about making sure you find the smallest ham, so you're paying, $15 for
Right.
that, and you still
And you're
get
getting
everything
$24
Yeah,
for
that's
free.
a great idea.
I know someone had their hand up, but just real quickly, other than that, we're taking all questions at the end. Yes.
I just had a quick question. How many times can you purchase that? Is there a limit?
It's an unlimited use, so again, if you are going in and you want all the ham, talk to that store manager, because they'll try to do a special order for you. But if you just want to get the deal, like say 4 times, no one is going to look twice at you at all. This is really up to, hey, they don't know how large of a family you have or what your situation is.
I mean, if you go
They
to
wanna
a
sell
bigger, but if you go to a bigger HEB like I do, like I know that this is out, I'm gonna go to one of the bigger HEBs, and I'm probably gonna grab anywhere from 6 to 10. Is what I usually do. And in your app, you will see, in your HEB app, you will see all of the deals, and it'll tell you if it's a one-time deal or an unlimited. So far, I have seen that all of the meal deals are unlimited.
Yeah.
So you just kind of go and feel free. But this is a huge, huge, huge way to save.
Right.
When I start my list, the very first thing I'm gonna do is go look for the meal deal. That's what I'm gonna look for. Because the meal deal is always, you're gonna buy your meat, your hot dogs or your hamburger patties or whatever it is. And what I'm doing is trying to maximize my money. If I have to pay full price for that meat, God darn it, you better give me something for free.
Right.
So this is what I'm always looking for. Every week they change it up, every week.
Right. The only risk that I've seen, that I will tell you if you have little kids at home, is that they will suddenly go through the snacks like it's nobody's business. Once they realize it's free, suddenly they get 3 times hungrier. So you may find yourself having these weird conversations where you're like, I bought that ice cream yesterday, where is it? Because people are like, oh, it was free, so I can do whatever, Oh, my body wash that I bought 3 days ago is gone. Were you standing in the shower just lathering up from head to toe? Yes, they were, because they were like, hey, it's fun now, it's free. So you might find yourself having to have some strange conversations with your family about waste, but that's a good problem to have, right? It means it's in the house for you to be able to talk about.
And so many people within our group, they're always saying there is no way. I've been to HEB, there's no way to get free food. I'm sorry, I don't even know what you're talking about. So a lot of what you've been seeing with the buy one, get one free, what's free, you know what I mean? Meal deals, again, that's where I had showed you on the table. I got the chicken, and I kept doing it because we eat chicken like all year long.
Right.
But I was also, after this, that was the free cheese, the free chips, the free beans, the free tortillas, which you can freeze, and then the guacamole.
Yeah.
So at this deal, I was like, that's it. I'm gonna change my whole, list for the week, because I have to be able to come and afford at least, anywhere from 4 to maybe 10 bags. So definitely we want you guys to take the meal deals like dead serious, because this is honestly where you're buying your meat and you're getting so much more free. So we're not trying to eat all of this in a week. We really are trying to stockpile it. Your chicken, of course, you're going to freeze it. You can freeze your cheese. You can even freeze the guacamole. You can freeze the tortilla. Again, that's good for 6 months or up to a year in your freezer.
Right, that's a great point, because usually people look at us when we get really excited about the ham, and they're like, how much ham are you eating, Brenda?
Yeah, they think I'm going to do it all within that day, maybe.
Right, but you have access to it, and like you said, you put it in the freezer, and you can still meal plan as normal,
Right.
so people don't get sick of things. If you have a rotation in the house
Right.
that you bought cheaply,
Right.
now you can choose and mix it up
That-
accordingly. Yeah.
That's right. So definitely think about that.
Okay, so Brenda loves to talk about Yellowstone stickers, so I'm gonna let her take this section.
Stickers. Okay, so this is all of mine, right? I have gone to the grocery store. I find that if I get there really early, I start seeing 25% off, so it's yesterday's meat. I still grab, you know, whatever's on my list. Sometimes whatever's not on my list, like when I found the chicken, I was like, okay, there's 10 of them. I do have, you know, a family of 10. I got some for mom, got some for dad, everybody else, because this is just a great deal. Again, it's going to be hard to find meats, all type of meats, with a coupon, right? So you're definitely looking for those yellow coupons. Let's see. So after Christmas, that is definitely when I'm running in, right? Because right after Christmas or right after Thanksgiving, right after holidays, even Easter, because at Easter,
4th of July,
yeah,
first.
4th of July, you always want to go back like that next morning because they have so much at 25%. And somehow they even dropped the price. So these hams were 10 bucks, right, with 25% off. So even though I had already bought some ham, I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy more. I'm gonna buy just a couple more at 25%.
And then similarly, you saw produce for 50% off too.
Well,
That's where
I'm
get
seeing
excited.
more and more. I don't know if you have guys have seen. I have seen more and more produce at 50% off. Your fresh produce, they need to get rid of that like today. You know what I mean? So every day, well, I schedule like at least twice a week to get to the store because, and this is really what I'm after. I just go start on my vegetables and, you know, 50% off. Definitely what I have been doing lately is getting the platters because the platters are $10. It has all kinds of vegetables in there and I'm looking for the 25 to 50% off. And that's a big platter.
It is.
So then kind of depending, you can even freeze the vegetables.
Right.
But we go through them, you know, so much. The lettuce, you know, at 50% off. The cherries were 50% off. So the green beans there, 50% off. So definitely you just put your radars on. That's what you're doing. A lot of you might have thought you saw yellow stickers, but you weren't sure what it is. So you just kept going, or you're used to a certain thing, whatever's on your list, boom, 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 which is what all inflation price is. You know, it's definitely to turn on your antennas, right, to remember these yellow stickers,
Right.
especially in produce and where the meat is. So that is hamburger meat, chuck meat, prime meat. This is good stuff. This is, you know, chicken, it's ham. So out of all of this category, you guys like at least one of them, I'm pretty sure. So the thing is just to, you know, have a little bit of money in your pocket for these extras. Usually when I get there, I probably have about $150. If I have to, you know, not get a couple of things, I will do that so that I can stock up here, right? Because this is going to get us great savings, especially when your meat and vegetables do not, it's a rarity that we have a coupon, though lately HEB has been really good to put out basket coupons saying, you know, $3 off of any vegetables if you buy $10 worth.
Right.
So we're seeing that now and we are definitely loving it.
Yeah, fingers crossed that's a trend that continues. 'cause
But
we love
that
it.
that 25% off, it's just a thing now.
Right.
Like it's just, it's happening a lot out of the week.
Speaking of the HEB mobile app, you can start to see more and more consistently where we're seeing just straight up free items available in the mobile app as a coupon. Those are usually limit one per customer, right? Because they're not going to give you free unlimited. But if you have the HEB mobile app on every phone you have access to, so I have 2 phones in my household, so I could go and get that freebie twice. You guys
Yeah.
have 5 phones.
Well,
In your
8 phones. Oh, this is
You
like
have
we
to
have
go get
8
that deal
phones.
several times.
Right.
So here's just a couple of examples: free water, the free storage bags. I remember how excited you were when those came out. Or when they have a new product, like when HEB puts out a new like flavor of ice cream or a new brand of cereal, sometimes that will be out as free.
Right.
Or sometimes it'll be a free piece of produce and you get to pick.
Right.
So it really does a range on what they'll offer us. The trick is to know that it's there, because I can't tell you how often we've said something on the blogs or
Right.
in a group, and people are like, whoa, 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 where was that in the app? And I was like, okay, well, search in the app for this term,
Right.
and it pops up. But they didn't know it was there.
Right, that's for sure. So if you don't have your HEB app loaded, then definitely after this class, it's an absolute free app. So why not? There's a ton of coupons. Plus you get your weekly ad there.
Right. In fact, let me just show you guys real quick, in case you don't have the app on your phone, how to do that. You can go to Google Play if you're on Android, or you can go to the App Store if you are Apple. And you can just look for the HEB logo. It is the classic H that they do, and it's red with the white lettering. It's completely free to download. Or you can go to heb.com and download it from the website. So put it on your phone. They'll want your telephone number, and they'll want you to pick a PIN number that you're going to use at the registers. Please do not use your bank card's PIN number, right? Make it a separate 4-digit code that you can utilize. And then when you go to check out at the register, anything that you've clipped on your app, and clipping is literally just pushing the button where it says clip this coupon, and you push the button and then it adds it to your account. You go to check out, you go to the check pad and you punch in your telephone number, right? And that 4-digit PIN number that you picked. The cashier will hit total, and all of the coupons that you're using just automatically come off. Now, I am a person who gets easily stressed out at the registers, so this takes a ton of stress off of me because I'm not hopping back and forth anymore thinking, are they going to tell me no? Because so much of it is happening automatically. Like the cashier's just chatting and talking and they hit total and they don't even notice that I just saved $40, right? Whereas back in the day, there's a lot of suspicion because you walk up with all the thick stack of yellow coupons and they're like, this lady's shady, let's pay lots of attention to her, right? So lots of stress off my shoulders at this point. I love, love, love this app. Once you've got the app turned on, we want to make sure you also have special offers turned on in your app. So if you don't have this, this is what you'll want to do. You'll go to the place where it says My Account.
Take pictures.
Sometimes if it's in Android, it will say your name. It'll say, hi Jennifer, or hi Brenda. If it's Apple, I think it might have like a face logo, not like your picture, but like a random face logo to tap. Hit My Account, go down to where it says My Notifications, and then you'll turn on where it says, oh, let me go back. You'll turn on.
Oh, that looks like a good deal, Jen.
You'll turn on where it says Communications and Promotions. That gives HEB the legal authority to send you those special offers. They can't send them to your phone or to your app without you approving it, because then it's considered spam and they could be in legal trouble. So you have to physically turn that on to each of your apps in order to get those special coupons. And here's an example. This is from last year, but I've seen this deal rotate through at least 4 times since then, of a special offer coupon. It was for $4 off a Meal Simple item. So HEB has gotten really big into the Meal Simple product line over the last couple of years. So when you see that $4 off coupon, I just straight up got chicken dinner for 63 cents, right? Because I went and looked, okay, what's the cheapest thing that I can get for the HEB Meal Simple meal? And that particular time I didn't want salad, because some salads are $4 and that would just straight be free. But I was like, no, I'm feeling hungry. I want an actual, piece of chicken. So the Greek chicken thigh and rosemary potatoes was $4.63 usually. I paid 63 cents for it out of pocket. I can't go to McDonald's, right? I can't go to Bush's. I can't go through my favorite drive-thru and get a dinner for 63 cents, but I can do it at HEB.
And this is good food, guys. So when people are like, oh no, I don't think I could really coupon for good foods or organic foods
Or healthy
foods, you definitely could.
Yeah. All right, tell them about Catalina coupons, because this is a trick that not a lot of people are aware of, and it's such a useful resource.
Okay guys, so definitely if you do not have your HEB app, you do want to download it because some of these actually come in your HEB app. So it is a bonus when you get it in your HEB app the same week that when you go to HEB, boom, it just starts spitting it out. So these are all basket coupons, and a lot of times it makes for absolutely free. So this is great because you go in with your list, you're like, okay, this is what I'm gonna come home with, and then boom, you get all these extra stuff absolutely free because they come out at the register. So usually, I know we went to just go buy a bag of ice last week, and then I got a whole slew of coupons. And again, like this one was $2, off your tea or off your juice. There was off of any. So the orange juice was $1.98, so I got it absolutely free. This was $3 off of $10 of anything in the store. Whenever you see a basket coupon that says $3 off of what did I say? It was
3 off of 10.
3 off of 10.
Yeah.
Definitely, I'm all about, okay, I'm gonna spend $10. No, I'm not, because we're gonna add those coupons.
Right.
So before you know it, I'm only spending maybe $1, maybe $1.50, for that $10 list.
Right, and we'll walk through
So-
basket coupons in more detail here in
Right.
a couple of minutes.
So this is free, right? It just says free, it's just free soda. This one here said $2 off of $2 soda. So then I got 2 of the 98-cent soda. Though we don't have a lot of soda, we do have parties and different gathering at the store. And I love that I got soda that week just all free. So usually you're gonna see this when, you go to the register, you pay, people are just throwing away their receipts and they don't know that, because the cashier is not gonna tell you that they're giving you these, right? You just have to pay attention that it's there. So usually when it's there, I just turn around with groceries and all, and I go right back into the store, because I know that a lot of this is free, or I'm going to get just really, really good deals. I don't want to forget to use them because they are on a time date. So I just go ahead and get it all then. It's extras that I didn't even know I was gonna get. So definitely, especially right now, I am seeing this more and more whenever we get to that cashier.
My theory about this, and this is just
Yeah,
a
what is
theory,
that?
neither of us work for HEB and we don't have like an in at HEB, but my theory is that HEB is attempting to balance out some of the inflation pressures that people feel.
Because
by
we're seeing so much of
increasing- We're
this.
seeing so many more of these Catalina coupons print, and it's HEB's way of rewarding people for coming in and shopping at the store. So that's my theory. So again, when you go to the register, you check out, they hand you your receipt. Sometimes you'll see this other machine next to the check pad that is kind of spinning out paper facing the cashier. That's what these Catalina coupons are. So if you see coupons printing and the cashier has forgotten to offer them to you, ask. Sometimes I've had people cashiers who have an entire like trash bag full because people are rejecting them. And they're like, do you want these too? I'm like, heck yeah, I want those too. I don't mind going through the recycling to get that.
Right.
And all sorts of, like you said, free and really, really cheap items as a result. Okay, so let's talk about some of the quirks and the perks of the HEB coupon policy, because I did mention at the beginning of class that there are things that we can do at HEB that we can't do elsewhere, and a couple of things that HEB doesn't allow us to do, even though their competitors like Walmart or Target do. So the first thing to do is to know that HEB has a corporate coupon policy. So just going by what your one cashier told you is not necessarily realistic. I love HEB, I'm not trying to talk bad about them, but it has been my experience that cashiers aren't necessarily trained as to what their coupon policy is. So cashiers are trying to give you an answer that sounds good in the moment that doesn't upset anybody, right? So it's not necessarily accurate to what you can and can't do in the stores. So the website link is here, heb.com. Just take a photo of that so that you can type that into your browser, and you can actually save it to your phone. So that way, if there's ever a question at the register, you can just simply say, and I've done this, hey, the HEB policy is on the website, let's look at it together and see what it says. So when I do that, when I show them the corporate coupon policy, one of two things always happens. The cashier is either like, okay, well, I'll do it for you this time. And I'm like, that's cool. But in my head, I'm thinking, and the next time and the time after that, right? Because this is what the corporate policy says I can do. Or the cashier will get really big-eyed because here's this crazy lady showing them my phone, and they're like, well, let me get the manager. And the manager will come over and be like, yeah, that's the HEB corporate coupon policy. She can do that, right? And I still get my deal. But going in without the coupon policy, now you're at kind of the mercy of how much information your cashier has, right? So I want to make sure you guys know that you have that resource. And that you know that this policy has been around for years. It has not been updated since December 2017. So this policy has been in place for 5 years. And I say that because I've heard stories where people say, well, my cashier told me that the policy just changed. No, it didn't. They weren't trained on it, they misunderstood something. The corporate coupon policy has been in effect since December of 2017. In fact, we recommend just flat out printing a copy if you have access to a
Right,
printer.
I
That's
just
what you
print
do.
it, I take it with me. To me, this policy is called confidence, right?
Yeah.
Because with your policy, you have a lot more confidence to talk to your managers or to your cashier by just kind of showing it to them, you know what I mean? Because they say, oh no, I don't think that you can use those coupons, especially with me, because they see that my prices just went from $100 to 20 bucks.
Right.
And I'm like, so why can't I use these coupons? And they're like, I don't know, that's too cheap, like that's just really cheap. So they start freaking out themselves because they have no idea. It's sad sometimes because they really don't know their policy, but we go in knowing the policy, we go in memorized, and I go in with an extra copy just in case that they are asking any questions. I'll say, here's your policy right here. It does state that I could do, you know, whatever this is. And it really doesn't cause any friction. Actually, it scares them because they're like, oh my God, this person knows more than I do and I work here. So, you know,
Well, then they wind up in class. We found that HEB cashiers in
Yeah.
class pretty frequently.
I usually give them a business card with this policy, and yeah, you're right, we end up seeing them here. But, you know, you just want to go in, no matter if this is HEB or any other store, print their policy, know their policy, so that it gives you the confidence, because then you know how the coupons work when you enter that store. And if anybody questions you, hey, just here it is.
Right.
At the very least, have it on your phone,
Right.
so that you can at least, you know, show them.
Right, and for the other stores, the Dollar Generals, the CVS, the Walgreens, if you go to savingourway.com, Brenda has links to all of those store corporate coupon policies on her website as well.
Right.
All right, so let's talk about some of the perks and the quirks of the HEB coupon policy. The weirdest thing that HEB does not allow that other competitors do is that for HEB, if you are buying one item, you can only use a single coupon on that item. Some other stores will allow you to stack a store coupon and a manufacturer coupon on the same single item. At HEB, that's a no-go. They have not allowed that since 2012, so literally 10 years. So if you're just buying a single item, even if you have a coupon that came out in the paper and a coupon from the app, you have to choose which the better deal is for you and use it at that point. If you forget and you clipped the digital coupon and then you give the paper coupon because you didn't remember about the digital, they're always going to take the paper coupon and leave the digital coupon on your app. Sometimes it's a problem because the digital coupon might be more valuable, so you'll want to take that extra time to check, okay, did I clip this? What's going on, so you don't get confused at the register. Now, if you're buying multiple items, Brenda, can I have those Febreze items so I can show? If you're buying multiple items, then you can use multiple coupons. And that doesn't matter. So see here, you're buying 2 items. If there's a HEB coupon and you want to use it on one item, that's fine. And if you have a manufacturer coupon on the other item, you can use that too, right? Because you're not stacking in this scenario. You're buying 2 items and you're using 2 coupons. At HEB in their corporate coupon policy, they call it piggybacking. So this is language that was taken directly from the corporate policy. And it says if you're buying an item and you found like a yellow combo local coupon that says buy item X, get item Y for free, the item that you're paying for, the item X, you can use a coupon on it to drop that price down even further. Do the cashiers understand this? I mean, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. People are shaking their head in the back, they're like, they really don't. But it's in the corporate coupon policy, so you can, again, pull that up on your phone or show them a printed copy and get your deal that way.
So that is a huge way that we do save, because again, that is a piggyback scenario where you buy something to get the, is that what we just did, the
Yeah.
buy one to?
Yeah, so here's a good example
That way
of
they
it.
can put in, your
So
coupon on it.
combo local, you buy the big 5-pack of Hot Pockets, you get the small pack for free. This usually comes out around Father's Day or back to school. I guess I think kids and dads both love Hot Pockets.
Right, that's a thing.
And then often we'll see a coupon that comes out in the paper as well that is on the larger item that you're paying for. So you go and you get those 2 items, the big box, the little box. The little box is free from your combo local coupon. The manufacturer coupon that came from the paper you put on the bigger item. Typically, this is down to like $2 for both boxes, whereas usually 8, so it's a really nice savings.
Yeah, so this is usually $8, right? So getting your coupons, how many times? 5 times, right? Putting the $3 on the $5 item, so getting it for $2, getting this, the bottom one with the yellow coupon, absolutely free.
Right, and then you can see up here, Brenda has noticed that what they'll often do is print out when you purchase this, they'll print out a Catalina coupon so you can go back and get even more Hot Pockets.
So this was my deal.
It's just a
And they
continuing cycle of
kept
Hot
giving me
Pockets.
back that $1.50, so I kept going around about 5 times until it stopped, and I was like, oh, we're done, okay, we can go home. But like I said, I'm gonna use it right there. I don't wanna go back another day, that's more
Right.
gas and time and effort. But again, this is one of our biggest ways of saving, and this is just one deal. There's about 40 deals in there where it is a scenario of buy one, get one.
Right.
So this is why we need the paper, right? So that, because we're not, if we don't have to pay full price for what we're buying, even though we should be thrilled, and we are, that we're getting something free, but if I could save on what I'm purchasing, that is how you really start saving big time money. And again, at the register, don't just grab your receipt, put it in your purse and leave. Always look, right? Go and look to see if she gave you any other coupons.
Right, and again, no one is saying that you have to eat nothing but Hot Pockets for weeks on end, right?
I mean, we did, but you guys don't know we
We're
did.
saying that buy
But
it when
this
it's
is where you
cheap,
stock up.
put it in your freezer, and then mix it with the ham deal, with the
Mhm.
turkey deal, with the
Mhm.
chicken deal, and so you've got all of those options
Yeah,
as you build
before
that
you know, you're
stockpile
getting options.
for your family.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Additionally to those piggybacking combo loco items where you buy X, you get Y item for free, HEB also has these basket coupons. When you buy $10 worth of a particular product or brand or category, and you can save $3 on your basket. When they say basket, they mean your entire grocery cart, your entire transaction. So you can use your coupons from the paper on those individual items that you're buying, and you're not stacking the coupon, right? The basket coupon came off the top, came off of everything. Your individual coupons go on the individual items for additional savings. This is a terrific way to save if you're willing to spend that initial $20 or $10 or whatever the basket says,
Mhm.
but you're not really paying that because you're using your coupons on those individual items.
That's right.
Again, cashier's kind of iffy on whether or not this is a thing, but the per the coupon policy is a thing. So here's an example. We have been doing this deal, Brenda, what, you and I, for like literally 7 years at this point. The basket coupon comes around and it's $5 off your basket when you buy $15 worth of L'Oreal, and it's basically anything that's L'Oreal. So they're like hair dye, sure, shampoo, sure, cosmetics, yes, whatever. Magically, at the same time, here come coupons in the newspaper, right? Because L'Oreal knows, L'Oreal does this on purpose, will work in advance in conjunction with HEB to be, okay, we really want to drive sales during this particular time. We will pay for you guys to put out this basket coupon, and then we're also giving people coupons so they can really stock up. It benefits L'Oreal as the manufacturer because it drives sales up dramatically, right? Because people are going in going, well, I was only planning to get 1 bottle of shampoo, but now I'm going to buy $15 worth. For L'Oreal, it doesn't necessarily matter if you're getting it on pennies on the dollar. What they're showing to their shareholders is, look how much we increased our sales, right? So it's a win-win. So in this scenario, what I usually do is I'll go buy 4 bottles of shampoo and conditioner, 2 bottles of each. And then whatever my coupon tells me from the paper, whether it's $2 off and I can use that a couple of times because I have my 5 inserts, or I love the buy 2 get 1 free, that just makes it easy.
Mm-hmm.
It'll take it down often to where instead of paying $15 for my hair care, typically my price falls below $4. So remember I was saying sometimes it's cheaper for me, in fact most of the time it's cheaper for me, to buy multiple bottles with my coupon because 1 bottle is over $4 on its own, right? So when I'm buying at this right time, when L'Oreal tells me, hey, get up off your butt and go to the store, go buy
Right.
this, I'm saving 75% off.
And if you happen to have one of those Catalinas that you saw earlier
Sure.
that said $3 off of 10, you can also put it
Yep.
off of anything
Off
in
of
the
anything,
store.
yeah.
So when you see something like that, I'm usually looking for scenarios like this because definitely that's when it's going to drop even lower, which
Right.
is insane.
Right. So again, your big thing that we want you to remember is that if you're only buying a single item, right, your bottle
Mhm.
or your bag or whatever it is, and it's just 1 item, it's only 1 coupon. Even if you have access to more than 1 type of coupon, you have to choose which the better deal is. Sometimes it's not that easy. You have to actually take a second and think about it. This Rubbermaid deal comes around typically around end of school, like Mother's Day. I guess they think Rubbermaid and moms are like interlinked. And HEB will put out this 50% off yellow coupon that is up in the top
Oh, where
corner.
is it? Oh, right here.
People get super excited because half off of Rubbermaid sounds like a really good deal. And it is, except that typically in the Express News, it's $2 off. And if something is under $2, that means it's free.
So these are
What's better, it's $1.73.
$1.73.
The $2 off coupon, free plus overage actually.
So you're gonna get a little bit of money back that you could just put towards your basket.
Right.
5 times though, remember? So you guys are gonna get the paper 5 times. This is free Rubbermaid with a little bit of money left to maybe get bread or, you know, some vegetables, stuff like that.
Right. Now, sometimes the Express News has a different value and it's not as good of a deal. The red one coupon, sometimes it's a better deal in the yellow or in the HEB app than it is in the paper. You just have to look, right? And then Brenda is always a big fan of making sure you're checking the back of your receipts as
Yeah.
well. Will you show them that?
All right, so when you go to HEB and you get your receipt, not only are you looking for Catalina's that they may be handing you, but you want to turn around your HEB receipt because you never know what other coupons you can find. Now, I make a big deal out of this right now because during the pandemic, of course, you know, when we would go to HEB, no one was putting anything out. So as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh my God, I'm going back to Dairy Queen again because we're always getting their ice cream at a really, really good deal. And I know like Las Palapas was like a free Tuesday bean and cheese taco and all kinds of things. So before you know it, you definitely just want to check it out. Again, it's just not about couponing at the store. You know, we're all over the place, so we're looking for coupons no matter where we go, like restaurants and haircuts, stuff
Right.
like that.
Now, typically at this point, people's heads are spinning. They're like, okay, you're talking about all these different types of
Definitely take a
coupons
picture of this.
that I have access to. Does it matter how I give them at the register? Yes, there is an order to give your coupons to when you're at the register. We don't know why this works, because again, neither of us work from HEB and we don't have an in. We just figured out that once we started giving coupons this way, we have way less hassle at the register than we used to. So first things first, when they're scanning your groceries, I will go to the check pad and I'll punch in my digital information for my HEB app first, right? So I give them my telephone number, I give them that 4-digit PIN that I've associated with my HEB app. And then, like I said earlier, when they hit total, all of those coupons come off automatically. So that is the first category that's applied. Then, if you have any Catalina coupons that Brenda was talking about that were from previous transactions, give those next. Again, those are typically basket coupons, so they'll come off your entire transaction.
Right.
The third category is if you found any yellow coupons in the store that were not on your app, you can give those next. That doesn't happen that often, but there is a time or two that you'll see a yellow coupon that's just free in the wild and there's no app version of it.
That's right.
And then finally, finish up with any of your manufacturer coupons from the newspaper.
But this is why we save, and I mean save big, because look at all that HEB is allowing us to do. They're allowing us to use digital coupons, Catalinas, their store coupons. We give you a great deal on your manufacturer coupons. Okay, put all that together, and then before you know it, you have that super low out of pocket and stocking up, right? Stocking up. So that is what I love about HEB. Now you can coupon at any store, but everything that HEB offers, I kind of, stick to just going back. I go to the bigger stores, kind of get everything that I need, though I still love Walgreens and CVS, and I still go there here and there, but I can't believe HEB gives us so much. Right? Just so much savings.
Right. All right. Speaking of digital, I want to highlight one additional resource for you guys, and that is the new existence over the last several years of rebate apps. And I know a lot of people are very anxious about using rebate apps because it sounds really technology heavy, and they're like, oh, I'm not that great on using my phone, so I don't even want to mess with it. Please mess with it. This is really important. So my favorite rebate app is Ibotta, which is the screen we've got here. If you are new to the Ibotta app and you haven't put it on your phone before, you can use Brenda's referral code, which is USCLDQN. That referral code will give you a bonus of $10 for your first rebate. So just for teaching yourself how to use the app and submitting for your first rebate, they'll give you an extra $10 back. Now, I have been using this Ibotta app since it launched back in 2012, so it's been about 10 years. I guarantee you I am not a tech-savvy person. What I know to do on my phone is rebate apps and photos of my dog. That's basically it. But in that 10 years, I've saved over $11,000 on the Ibotta app, because it keeps track of my lifetime savings, so I can look at it when I'm having a bad day and be like, hey, at least I did this.
Right.
$11,000 in 10 years. So if you are true to the coupon, like Brenda says, and you're true to your app, it really can make you some serious, serious savings. And Brenda, you said you have also saved thousands of dollars on this app, correct?
That's right. So Jen was telling me about the app years ago, and of course I was like, Jen, I already coupon girl. I save a lot. I don't need that. Boy, did I regret that. So she went on without me. I finally signed up, and I have saved over $4,000.
Yeah.
So that's in cash. You know, I get that to my PayPal, and then I get that straight to my USAA account, and then I get that, and I go shopping. So when I say, oh my God, I got all that for free, well, you know, Ibotta gave me the money to do it.
Right.
So this is like a real thing. If you guys, you know, load up your store apps, your Ibotta app, and we also have another app called Fetch. You load all that up. Before you know it, it's like free savings. They're giving you money.
Right.
So you could go to savingourway.com, and you can check out the information there, Ibotta and Fetch.
Right, so here's an example. This is a deal that is actively on the app as of today. Skin Tea Collagen Sparkling Tea. It's normally $2.48 at HEB. The rebate is for $2.48, so it is straight up free tea. I'm not a tea person. I still went and got this deal because I was putting it in my little free pantry as a donation. If you're a tea person, hey, get it and drink it. And then if that's your first rebate, right, because you downloaded the app for the first time and you use that referral code, even though you got your item for free, they're still going to give you that $10 bonus. So now you got paid $10 to go buy your can of tea. Now, next level it up. How many phones do you have access to, right? So again, if you have 4 phones in your household, the Ibotta app needs to be on every one of them. That referral code needs to be used on every one of them. Now you can go and get this deal 4 times and get 4 free cans of tea, right? So it starts to like grow exponentially if you have access to more phones. Did everybody get their screenshot before we move on? Yes?
Okay, and we know we're running a little bit over, so give us about 3 minutes.
Yeah, because I want to show you guys some more current deals that are currently available.
All of the deals that we're
HEB.
showing now, go ahead and take a picture, because you guys can get all of that now.
So True Lemon Drink Mix, normally $2.24 a box. There is a coupon on the HEB mobile app, 5 for 5. So you buy 5 boxes, would have been $11.20. You use your coupon that gives them all to you for $5 or $1 per box. So you're saving more than 50% off just because you're buying at the right time. This coupon is good through July 26th, so we have, 3 days left to take advantage. And I drink lemonade all day, all year long. It doesn't matter, it could be February and I'm still drinking it, so I really stocked up with this. Everybody got their screenshot before we move on? Yes? Okay. HEB find number 2, Banana Boat Kids Sports Sunscreen Stick. This is the little tiny one that you can rub on people's noses and on the top of their ears and on their lips. Normally $5.97 each. We have a coupon in the app right now for $3 off, so that's half off of your sunscreen. It drops to $2.97. Again, good through July 26th, so you have 3 days to take advantage. All right, this is a deal that I always stock up on when it comes around because my dad loves these Glucerna mini treats. They're normally $4.28 for a 6-count box, so they're pretty expensive on their own, but Glucerna is really good about putting out this $3 off coupon, or sometimes it's $5 off of 2, it will range, but we usually get access to them about every other month in the paper. So the current one that is still good is $3 off any single box from the June 5th Smart Sort insert. So now I can get the box from my dad, and instead of paying $4.28, it's just $1.28. And I really try to stockpile on these because, again, I'll turn around and he's like, I ate all of those. So I'm like, I bought you 4 boxes. What happened? Skin to Knit razors. They're normally $5.97 at HEB. Just last week, we got a $3 off coupon in the Express News. So that was half off. It drops you down to $2.97. Now remember, Brenda was just mentioning the Fetch Rewards app. It's a very similar rebate app to Ibotta. You take your photo of your receipt, you upload it into the app, they give you cash back. That referral code will get you a $2 bonus rebate on the first receipt you scan. So if you used it on this purchase, your price would be just 97 cents for your pack of razors. Everybody got their screenshot before we move on? Yeah. Pedigree wet dog food, this was great for my Jackson. Priced at 83 cents each. There is a printable coupon on coupons.com right now. There, if you don't have access to a printer consistently, you can go to coupons.com and download their app and use it as a rebate function. So that's another additional offer for you. So you buy 3 for a pre-coupon price of $2.49. You use your coupon that you printed to pay 99 cents out of pocket, and then again, the Ibotta had an additional rebate for $1.50 off of 3. So my 3 bags of dog food only cost $2.49, but I saved $3.
So
they
see,
were free,
right,
plus
Ibotta.
I made money on the deal.
So this is why Ibotta is so, so important.
Yep.
It's gonna give us to the point where we're gonna end up getting free.
Yep, that one was a moneymaker for me. Jackson was very happy. I love this deal when it comes out. This is basically, even though it's Nivea Men, I use it to shave my legs, I don't care.
Right?
Nivea for Men shaving foam is $2.47 for this exact canister. You do need to look for this white one. Other ones are $3.47, so you want the $2.47. There is a coupon on the HEB mobile app right now for $2 off Nivea products, and it's good for unlimited use, so now suddenly your shaving cream is 47 cents. So even if money's really tight and you really only have the $2.47, you could go and buy 5 of these, right? And you use your coupon and get $2 off each and every canister. Now you bought 5 of them for less than the price of 1 regularly. You didn't pay any more out of pocket. You're just shopping smart at the register. So that's probably what I'm going to be doing. I'll take a nap and then I'll go back out.
And then you'll go back.
So here's the total savings for all of those deals. I know it says 5 there, I need to fix that, it was 6. Shelf price, if you paid full price, no coupons, would have been $32.38 for 12 items. After your sale in coupons and Ibotta, it drops to $12.18 for those 12 items, so your savings is $20.20. So that right there, again, we were saying, how much does it cost for a month of your newspapers? It's $20 to get access to your coupons for that month, but you saved the $20 right there, done. Now you're in the black for anything else.
Ta-da, it's one of those ta-da moments,
Right.
ta-da.
Now say you're stockpiling, because that's just the savings for doing the deals once.
Right,
But you will sign up and you'll get your newspaper so you can start doing deals 5 times, right? 5 sets at a time. So if you did those 5 featured deals 5 times, that's a tongue twister.
I let you
I need
do
to
it,
stop
I'm
saying
just
that.
quiet.
And it's 6 deals, you're right. So 6 deals 5 times. Your shelf price was $161.90 for 60 items. That's like a little
Right,
heartbreaking.
60 items, that's insane. And then your savings of
Your
101.
savings drops down after your coupons and your sales to $101 that you're saving. That's not what you're spending. You're spending $60. You're saving $101. That covers 5 months worth of newspaper delivery, just in the deals that we're showing you right now.
I need my pom-poms. Like, seriously, like, this is great news. But then, of course, me and Jen know this. So we break it down in such the way, because, guys, when we say spend the $20 for your paper, like, spend the $20 for your paper, you guys are getting it over and over and over again, plus 60 items.
Right.
See how that stockpile happened really, really quick?
Right.
So definitely the road of couponing is just where it's at right now. We're not paying any of those inflation prices, any of those high prices, because we're doing what? We're paying with more coupons and less cash at the register, and getting our paper actually free.
Right. I mean, basically, that's what that
Basically,
works out.
right?
Now, if you did all of the examples of the deals that we showed you in the slideshow, including the introductory example with those Bush's best beans, remember how you can save on those, and the
Right.
Ibotta examples, your combined savings just from executing the deals in the slideshow today is $123.48. So suddenly you're shopping like Brenda, and you're brand new, right? You just learned, but you're learning how to scale it up correctly, because that is some serious cash.
Right.
A reminder, the coupon deals are available at our website, savingourway.com and jennifersaves.com. We love connecting with people on Facebook, but please don't rely on Facebook to get your deals. We hear that from people very consistently, where they're like, Facebook showed that to me and it was 5 days past when the deal ended.
Right.
So go to the websites and get the deals directly as soon as
So
we
definitely
post
take
them.
a picture of that so that you guys can go ahead and get to our website. Don't forget, through savingourway.com, you can check out that Ibotta link. We also have Fetch there. I have a full video tutorial on how to use that. So yeah, you need that in order to save further.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Brenda does have a terrific Facebook resource if you just can't let Facebook go. If you can't quit Facebook, we have it as something
Take a
for
picture.
you. The HEB Coupon and Digital Deals Group, it is a public Facebook group. I think there's like 14,000 people in it right now.
And that one, yeah.
And people will post those deals that they find for you, so you don't have to do all the legwork yourself. We'll also post reminders, we'll post tutorial videos, couponing tips. It's at facebook.com/groups/HEB digital coupons. And then you can start building that stockpile where you have all of
Right.
the laundry and the wall of toilet paper if you need it.
Right.
And all of that ready for you.
That is right. So guys, definitely this is the world of couponing. Like, we are so excited that you guys came today. This is me, all excited about all my rice that I got, ketchup, and what else did I get? Crisco and noodles. Again, you see me with 5, juices, just everything. Taco shells there, 5 by 5. Again, getting that paper and getting my 5 papers, it really truly does matter. We hope we really have impacted you guys' lives. I feel the couponing has impacted my life for sure. Been couponing for almost, how long has it been?
13 years.
13 years. Never will I go backwards. Why? It doesn't make any sense, especially at this time of inflation. So definitely, guys, get your paper. Like, get your paper, start following our websites, tell your friends and family about us, and just start applying it in your life. You're gonna kind of freak out on just how much you guys are gonna save.
Well, speaking of that, I'm that suspicious person who will sit through happily through a presentation and be like, but will it really work for me? I'm that person. So the last time we did a class, we just asked the folks, hey, can we follow you for a couple of weeks? We know you signed up to get your paper and you joined the Facebook group. Can we follow you and you tell us how much you saved? So we followed 7 students for 2 weeks after they got their newspaper subscription started. And the 7 students saved almost $2,000 combined. The combined savings was $1,998.96. And watching people grow as they build that skill set was really, really heartwarming. We had people who were just like basically rushing out of class to go practice. And we also had people who were shaking their boots going, I know I need to do this, but I'm scared. But they all got there, and the level of confidence, especially the scared folks, which I really related to, the people who were like, don't make me do it, oh, but look, I did it, oh, hey, this is great, I'm doing this all the time. It was really fun to watch their trajectory as they grew in their confidence. And that brings us to the end of the slideshow.